All right, everybody, we are here with Jeremiah from 3Sixty Window Washing Man. Thank you so much for your time and being here.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, kind of how I saw you initially is because, I'm always big on just like outreaching to different business owners. And honestly, your brand caught my eye. I think you do a very good job with branding your company. And, I love how just the photos, the content you push. I was gonna ask you, how'd you even get into window cleaning? Like how, because I mean, like me, I started with window cleaning. I don't think we grow up saying, I'm gonna start a window cleaning business.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody plans on being a glorified janitor for a living. No, I graduated high school and I was like in my friend group, I was like the kid that people would have put their money on to be a bum, you know? Like I just school wasn't my thing, wasn't good at it. I've always had a hard time focusing. So out of high school, I was a ski bum and I was a fly fishing guide for a little while, just did stuff that allowed me to have the lifestyle I wanted. And then COVID happened. I moved home and I had blown my knee. Anyways, played around with a couple different things, door to door sales and a few things, and made jewelry for a little while. And ultimately decided that I was just trading my time for money. And so I wanted to do something that I could build and then gain value with and have that over time. So I just got looking, and I actually had a buddy that had done window cleaning. He's like, dude, we need to start a window cleaning business. So all right, so we started playing with it, and long story short, he ended up going and doing something else, and I was left there with you know half of a window cleaning business put together. Didn't do anything about it for 4 or 5 months, and then yeah, like 5 months later, it was like January of 2021, I believe. I went and talked to a buddy and just told him, like, dude, let's dive into this. So we did $50 at Home Depot and a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and we got started.
That that's exactly how I got started with LO, same kind of thing. But yeah, man, let how you know how big is your team? Is it just you and your business partner, or is it just you have a team and a couple trucks now?
Yeah, so I did business with that business partner for like 3 months, I believe. We
Mm.
wanted to, so I'm from northern Utah. We moved from northern Utah to southern Utah just for window cleaning. Um, we moved down here without we had like nothing set up for us. We had like a place to live and that was it. We didn't have any jobs or anything in line. Anyways, we did business for like 3 or 4 months together. Um, and it just wasn't working out. We weren't making enough money to pay for both of us. And he decided that it was probably worth going and doing something else. So he went and did that, and then I kind of picked it up and went at it. We ended up on a handshake. I mean, he's still my best friend. We're super
Oh,
tight.
that's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, what was your question?
Yeah, how many do you have people working for you now? Are they like W-2? Are they contractors?
Yeah, so yeah, now I'm the only owner. So it's me, and then I've got three part-time guys in Southern Utah. And then, like I just mentioned, I'm from Northern Utah. So my brother, he's a senior in high school up there. He runs a team for me up there. So I've got three guys up there, and then a door knocker. He's 1099, obviously. The other three are W-2.
Yeah.
And then Southern Utah, I've got three guys W-2, and then myself. And then
Wow. That's
got my
impressive.
girlfriend doing some background work for me. So
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
gotta have a girlfriend, man.
uh yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it seems like you're doing well in such a short period of time. And I checked out your website, which is super nice, super professional. And because I
Thanks.
see you do window cleaning and solar panel cleaning, are those the two that you mainly do, or do you think later on you might add some services? Because it seems like most window cleaners, they don't like, I can only name a couple in my hand that all they do is window cleaning, solar panel cleaning, because those go hand in hand. But
Yeah.
it's like most guys, then they add the gutter clean, then they add the pressure washing, maybe like air duct cleaning or whatever. Like, is your goal to be like the premium window clean company, or do you want to expand and like add services?
That's a super good question. I ask myself that every day. I started with window cleaning, um, and right now that's kind of what I did. I just barely added on solar panels. I mean, I'll do solar panels if people ask. I've got a
Yeah.
water system. I'm happy to hop up there and scrub the panels down if they want it. But I didn't start advertising it till maybe 4 months ago. Um, Before that, it was just purely window cleaning. I mean, In and Out, they're good for a reason, right? They have three burgers, a single, a double, and a triple, and then you can add fries to it or not.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of my idea. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy and learn all these different things and not be really good at any of them. I'm gonna be the one that cleans windows perfectly. Um, and I'm great. I mean, my employees probably hate me because I'm always sniffing their necks and asking them, how their windows are looking. But
Yeah.
yeah, we've got good quality. We run really good windows. But in the future, I would like to. I'm actually starting to look at adding power washing, just because. I mean,
Yeah.
it's easy to get into window cleaning. $50, and it's not much more to buy a power washer at Home Depot for $700,
Right.
and figure something out that way. So a
Yeah.
lot of the new kids that see window cleaning on TikTok and start getting into window cleaning, um, they throw in power washing, which good for them. I mean, go at it. But it's just hard for me to compete with because obviously a customer would prefer to have one business do all of those services, instead of having to deal with five different guys. So I'm actually looking at buying a power washing business from a guy in my area right now. Um, nothing solid yet, but I'm definitely starting to play with it because a lot of businesses go out of business because they don't evolve. You got to involve the got
Yeah,
to
and
evolve business.
and that's because there's pros and cons to that, because we did window cleaning for about, I would say, like a year and a half, strictly window clean. And I'll be honest, I was scared of adding like pressure washing just because the liability, right? Like
Scared.
it is, and all like, and when I started, I literally was running the business out of my Jetta, literally, and I was like I got the little giant ladder, man. It looked super kind of ghetto, but what and I would literally park like three houses down because I was nervous of my clients seeing my car, and I had like the magnets on it, and and the thing is, like, we still pulled some like big jobs and everything, but like here in Charlotte, gutters are nasty. So like I added gutter cleaning. Um, can you hear me all right? Oh, we're frozen. All right, let's see here. Huh. I'm not sure what happened. Can you hear me? Hello. You good? Oh, you're back.
There you are. Sorry, man. My Wi-Fi's been super weird lately.
No worries. So, but yeah, I'll just make it. Yeah, so I just wanted to stick to window cleaning, but then my clients kept asking me. And then what I was doing is I was contracting out that work to some guys who had a pressure wash, and I was seeing some of the money they were making. I'm like, and they were giving me crumbs. And I'm like, man, I can do this. And then I ended
Yeah.
up buying a truck. And but I still prefer window clean, gutter cleaning because the profit margins are so good. I don't care about gross. All I care about is profit, right? That's the only thing that matters. And like chemical and the equipment, it like, yeah, there's bigger ticket, but at the end of the day, I'd rather do window and gutters all day. Um, and it seems like guys who go from window clean to pressure washing do very well, but it's very hard for power washers are going to window clean. As you know, with window clean, you got to be so detailed. You can't just leave marks on the glass or you're going to get called back. So you'll transition really well because you are good at window clean. But if you started at pressure washing, then go into window, it's way harder.
Different game, huh?
Oh yeah, and
It
that's why.
scares
Yeah, huh?
it scares me that just the scalability of it. I mean,
Yeah,
you got you got to trust your guys to know what they're doing with chemicals and pressure and
yeah,
window cleaning. It's like, man, learn how to sling a squeegee and
yeah,
give them 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, they're ripping. So
yeah. Do you guys use water fed a lot, or usually traditional, or?
I try and run squeegees if I can, just because. I mean, I'm a big fan of water fed. I like it. I pull my system out of my van though, so we hook it up to the house every time without running the big long hose from the house to the van.
Okay,
So, I mean, I'm like 15 minutes set up, um, and then yeah, water fed's great if you know the method to it. I mean, you can get perfect results, but
yeah.
I just like my guys being able to see what they're doing with the squeegee.
Yeah. Oh, and I do. I and some clients they'll even tell me like, please don't use a water fed. I want the traditional because they want the instant results, right? That you can see it. So as
Yeah,
you know, sometimes using with the ionized water, it takes some time for that water to evaporate in the glass. And man, when I first started, like I I guess I didn't explain well enough. And I would get callbacks to like, there's still water, like just be patient. The water's gonna evaporate. So
little
like,
bit of
yeah, exactly. But I mean, one thing we actually just bought was like a backpack with because we do some commercial, not too much, just because the pay with residential is so much better. Like I can't tell you, we've done all the McDonald's, Starbucks, and if I showed you like the pay, it's crumbs. Honestly, it's crumbs. It's like I honestly don't even market towards commercial. If someone hits me up, I'll do it. But I'm all about residential, 100%.
good on you. I am coming to that realization in just the recent past. I mean, I think it's good. I like to have a commercial route just for a backbone. You know that
Yeah.
you're going to make this amount of money every month, but I only put 1 day a week to commercial for that very
Oh,
reason. I just like you said, it's crumbs compared to
oh,
residential, and a
I
lot of
know.
times it's a pain in the butt with billing
Yeah.
and
Oh,
all that stuff. So
I just got paid for Chili's. I did 4.5 months ago. And it was only like $200. It literally took 4.5 months to get paid $200. I'm like, you guys make this in 10 minutes at the bar.
yeah, yeah, just pay me cash on the way out.
Yeah,
The tricky
exactly.
part is them running it through corporate and everything, which is fine. I'm not in any rush to get paid, but
Yeah.
they're just trickier accounts than residential.
Oh yeah. Do you guys do maintenance plans?
Yeah, I love the maintenance plan. That's bread and butter for us, especially I mean Southern Utah. I mean, we clean windows and we'll go back for a rain guarantee 7 days later, and even the windows that weren't affected by rain, the tracks are already full of dust.
Oh, okay.
It's just there's so much wind and dust down here getting blown around. Old people love us.
Yeah, do you guys, because I know, do you guys have like three options, or is it like we're gonna just we have one package, it's like or you guys kind of break it up?
Yeah, I try and break it up, but I mean I'm willing to customize whatever, especially right now we're growing. Um, Yeah, I so right now I offer annual or biannual, so 6 month, and then we'll do bi-monthly and then monthly. So so biannual, quarterly, and then monthly. But it's actually becoming really popular. The bi-monthly people, I don't know why, but like the last couple weeks, I've had a lot of people wanting to ask about biannually, which I'm happy to do.
Yeah,
But yeah, with our, I just give discounts. I don't do any contracts. I don't know,
I don't either. I don't.
but it's just you scare people off with that, and maybe I'm just not a good enough salesman to pitch them comfortably, but it's just window cleaning. Like it's important, but you don't need to sign your life away for it.
Right,
So,
right. I'm
um, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm right there. In the beginning I tried contracts and I was getting way too many hard no's, and then I'm like, you know what, like let me get away. And then it was so open because at the end of the day I could have them sign a contract and they could be like, "Oh, I'm not interested anymore. What am I going to do? Like, am I going to go hire a lawyer for $300 an hour?" And it's like it was more expensive to hire a lawyer than the window job
Give
itself.
me my 180 bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it's tricky because how long have you been in it? How long have you been doing it?
So now it's been 2 years.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm like 2 years as well. I'd like to know how it used to be. I mean, I think TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I mean, you
Yeah.
got like Josh Lester and stuff. Like they're showing everybody how easy it is to make money in this.
Dude, that's my biggest peeve of the industry, and that is why I've kind of created this. And that's why I'm getting guys literally from home service business from across the country. Is like, to me, it does such a disservice when you have all of these gurus, right? And I'm not gonna name names, but everyone knows who they are. And power wash and window clean. Hey, make 6 figures in 1 month. All you gotta do is every day door to door. All you gotta do is post on Facebook groups. I'm like, they make these businesses so dang, like, business is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I have education. I've had some big jobs too. Hands down, there is nothing harder because if I don't work my ass off, it's like there's no pay, right? Like, and it's for you. You got employees that are counting on you. It's like, and nothing's ever promised. It's like, to me, it's like, I feel like I'm always in a dogfight, like, because there's all these companies around. It's like, man, I got to fight to just make the numbers I want to make. So it's crazy. All these gurus, they drive me crazy, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It makes it brings an interesting challenge just because I mean, it's easy. You really can. YouTube can teach you how to run a squeegee. You can
Yeah.
figure out how to do a squeegee. Anybody can do straight pulls. Um, so I mean, it's made the industry really competitive to the
Oh
point where I'm, man, maybe contracts are the way to go. But I won't end up doing them. But it's just made me wonder. I wonder how Steve-O and those guys were doing before they
yeah.
had every kid and their dog start. Every year you get 15 new companies that come into your area and they're gone
Oh,
by fall. But they're
and
there taking your customers for half the price, so
oh, oh yeah, yeah. And what do you do when you do a quote and then they want it for like half price? Because like we get this all the time, and I won't name names, but there's franchises out there that are literally half of my pricing, right? And
yeah.
it's like, how do you overcome that?
Um, I don't know. I personally, if I'm being honest, I think I've got a lot of room for improvement when it comes to selling people in that situation. Um, but like at face value, normally I just tell them I'm like, listen, like if you want good window cleaners that are licensed, insured, 14-day rain guarantee, I'll take care of you, free callbacks. Um, I mean, we'll take care of you. But if they're willing to pay half the price to risk it with a inferior company, one of two things is going to happen. They're going to use that company and then realize, oh crap, I should have spent the money for 360 Windows, or they're going to go with me and then they're going to complain about the price, um, or complain about quality if something's not right because I'm charging an insane amount of money in their mind. Um, and then they're sitting there complaining, like we're paying X amount of money. There's a streak right here. Um, I just don't want to deal with those customers. So if they're not willing to pay the price, then that's cool. At first, I would have been totally happy to play the game with them and work a price that we were both happy with. But at this point, I've got enough business that like it's only worth doing Windows at a certain price. So I just don't deal with it anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember, man. They'd be like, "Oh, this company, I quoted, let's say it was like $500." They're like, "Oh, they quoted me 240," and then I was just desperate for jobs. I'm like, I need my Google reviews, and then I would just take it. And then yeah, now I'm super firm on my price. Like I have the business. Like I'm not desperate for the jobs. It's like, so now whatever that price is, I don't budge. It's like, it is what it is. And my Google reviews, my reputation speaks for itself. Like, you Google me. That's what I always tell them. Google me. We're in articles from the city. I got one of the most reviews in my city, and I've only been, 2 years. So it's like, yeah, I think that just comes from learning. And, seems like you guys are doing a great job. So you probably don't need it.
Yeah. I kind of sometimes I miss those days, the days where you can just run rampant through neighborhoods and steal every business, steal every job for cheap, for a really low amount. And at that point in time, it was killer. You're like, man, I just made $30 an hour.
Dude, I remember my first job is it was a McDonald's. I thought I was making bank. It was yeah, it took and it was an hour to do, made it was like $35. And now looking back, I'm like, what the heck was I thinking taking that? You know?
It's fun though. I mean, it's the hustle. It's all part of the
Do you
part of the grind.
what's your guys' best marketing strategies? Like, do you guys do a lot of paid ads? Is it door to door, yard signs?
Um, I actually haven't put a dollar into marketing in, I don't know, it's been like 2.5 years now, probably. I guess I've yard signs. I got yard signs like 6 months ago. I'm a big fan of yard signs. They've worked good. I throw a QR code on mine,
Oh, okay.
which is super good for like, I mean, people scan that and then it tells Google that people are using that. It helps your SEO.
Mhm.
Um, but for the most part, I get all my jobs through referrals and Instagram. Instagram, I think, is not quite there yet. Like with Facebook, as far as like the generation we're marketing to
Mhm.
isn't really using Instagram that often. But my customer avatar is like mid 30s, dream home. You know, they've already got maybe one or two cars that they have spent over $80,000 on. Like I'm going for higher end customers, and as bad as it may sound, a lot of those guys, they're middle aged women that sit on their phone at
Mhm.
some point throughout the day, and they see our posts on Instagram and think, man, that's good quality. But yeah, all of our stuff comes through referrals for the most part, and that's just doing a good job. I like to leave something with customers at the end. So we've got a deal worked out with a cookie company that we clean, where they give us bit or cookie cards, like a free cookie. I think I have one right here.
That's so smart. That is genius, actually.
Yeah, so I just clean their windows. We clean their windows like 3 times a month or 4 times a month. But one of the cleanings is just traded for cookie cards. I don't have one right here, but yeah, I just give the customers a couple cookie cards afterwards and let them know that we're teamed up with Cookie Co. and they're welcome to go get themselves a free cookie. And
Yeah,
then these aren't in the works yet. Give me 2 seconds. I'm probably gonna off myself here by giving everybody what I think is a genius marketing strategy, but um I mean your customer acquisition cost is probably like at least $30, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, mine right now it's 25 bucks.
25 bucks, yeah, so right around 30. But I mean that's what you're spending to get them. So what I figured out is I read a book on it was called How to Never Lose a Customer Again. I would strongly recommend it to anybody watching this, or to you if you've never read it. It just talks about how the average company loses 70% of their business year over year, which is insane. So if you just think about keeping 20% of your business, you don't even have to get 20% more clients next year. You just need to keep 20% of the people you already have and quit worrying about getting new jobs, and you're going to grow 20%. So um, I quit putting money into marketing and started putting money into retaining. So what I did is I got these towels made. They're like I had a couple examples I had to get, but it's just like this little microfiber towel. It's super nice. That doesn't have lint. It's not as good as the hospital towels, but they
Oh,
are solid. But it's got like my little logo right there.
oh, that's
The
awesome.
360. Got my
That's
phone number
really
in the other corner. And then we give them these glass bottles with a little bit of solution in them. And like I said, I haven't actually given these out yet, but they're in the works. There will be a label on this, and it just basically says like, "Thanks for choosing 360. Um, we don't want you to have to go 3 months without clean windows when your kids touch the windows or your dog noses hit it. Um,
that's
Here's a
smart.
little of our magic." So yeah, then their kids go press up on the glass, or their dog, puts his nose on the door, and they can go wipe it off, and they're gonna look at our towel and our spray bottle and think, "Oh man, I probably should get on their schedule again," or or at least if their friend asks, they'll know the name of our company because let's be honest, not your favorite customer probably doesn't remember the name of your company
Yeah, no,
in most cases.
you're absolutely right. Do you
So it's
guys
top of mind.
no, that's super like I'm partnered up with it's fully promoted. They're a huge it's a franchise. They do like apparel, accessories, things like that. And like a lot of home service companies buy from me because I get discounts. And I'm in the works as we speak. It's just like water bottles and a couple accessories like a gift basket to give to every client, after a job. Just because retaining customers is so dang important. Like, I don't know, what's like, we use Marcade. I'm not sure what you guys use, but
Marquet.
Marcade for CRM.
Oh, dude, I wish you'd not asked me about that. I hate so I'm creating a window cleaning software in the next couple years. That
Or
I'm gonna yeah. There is I mean
can I
I don't
invest
know.
now? I'll give you some money, man. Let me.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna cost $1 because I mean I just want to do it right. I want to create something that is just like when I got into window cleaning, I wanted to go top tier and like when I create this app, I want to be next level with it. But there's just you have to use like 6 different softwares in order to run a business, you know?
Yeah, I know. I
And like
know.
you said, like you're always in a dogfight with a business. I was telling my guys the other day that like I've probably shaved 2 years off of my life from the amount of stress that I have from responding to customers and rescheduling and rain guarantees. And there's just so much you have to keep up with. And if you have 6 softwares that are sitting there trying to talk to each other, it's a pain in the ass. So
Yeah.
excuse my language.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. So currently I'm actually still using Google Calendar. It's what I started with. It's what I'm
Oh,
still using. I actually really enjoyed the interface of it. I just don't it's not very customizable. It doesn't have, it doesn't have a lot of the CRM properties that I like. Um, but I actually read another book. It's you've probably heard of Zappos.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Google.
yeah.
So the owner of that, Tony Hsieh, he wrote he wrote a book called Delivering Happiness. And basically, long story short, what made Zappos so special, they ended up selling to Amazon, but what made them so special is instead of sending their customer service overseas to, some customer call center, um, they just created their own call center and made sure that all of their agents were 10 out of 10. So I kind of took that, which is I have my girlfriend doing that. She works for me full time. She handles all my CRM stuff. She is my CRM, and then we use Google Calendar for our scheduling and Square for our billing right now, and do various things through Venmo and Cash, obviously. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, very cool. No, it seems like you do a lot of good stuff as far as, the whole customer retention, because that is so dang important. And that's another reason why I'm like, man, I got to do better at, like, I think like gift basket or what you're doing is really good because, like even us, like in my CRM, every other month we'll do like either like a mass text to all the clients or like ringless voicemails. It, it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you'll get like 3 replies, right? And it's like, but I think making it more personal, like that's just a stronger touch.
yeah, yep,
Uh,
I agree.
and for you guys, and here's another thing with window cleaning companies, I feel like when you guys, and every company does it different, but when there's screens, right? There's 2 ways to do it. You can go up, remove the screen, or you can, let's say you're using a water fed, and like usually, like if it's a double hung, like the screen will be on the bottom. Guys will use the water fed on the top of the glass and then the bottom, and then they'll go the inside of the home. Then they'll just pull out the window from the inside of the home and just clean the glass like that. What way do you guys do it? Are you guys removing every screen from the outside?
Yeah, typically, all of our rigs are run with ladders, so I
Oh,
like to, along with the customer service stuff, I like to just like I don't even want our customers to know we're there other than the perfectly clean windows. So I know like a lot of guys, they run water fed. They'll pull up to the house, ask the customer to step inside, pop the screens, step out, water fed everything, and then replace them. We will do that occasionally if we don't happen to have a ladder with us, but for the most part, our plan of attack is pull up, pop the screens off. Second guy runs water fed, he gets the windows cleaned. First guy runs the screens are all cleaned. At the end of the job, the two of them throw all the screens on together. But we run two water fed pulls, so we clean all of our screens with water with the zero screen cleaner, and then we water fed most stuff.
Yeah, see, I still haven't. We still do it just traditionally. Like we'll use the mop and then we'll use the hose just to rinse it off. Yeah, I mean, I probably should buy that. It's just I don't know. We've just been doing it the whole time like that.
Dude,
And
if Zero's watching this, don't come at me, but don't buy it, dude. It's not worth it.
it's not.
No. I mean, I like it. It's convenient. We still use it on every single job because of the convenience.
Mhm.
Um, but you're never going to get the quality with a screen cleaner that you do with doing it by hand.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I just it's so I don't know. Screen cleaners do a great job, but when you've got and it may be different too across the nation where you've got different elements and environments and stuff. But down here where we've got so much dust, like these screens get coated in dust and then the sun bakes it on. You almost have to clean a screen 4 or 5 times sometimes just to get the sun baked dust off of it. It gets really bad.
Jeez.
So my opinion may only apply to like the Arizona,
Mm,
southern Utah, Nevada window cleaners, but yeah, the screen cleaner just doesn't do as good of a job as a traditional mop. And when it comes down to it, it's probably sixes on time, but your back, your back is not sixes. That's
yeah.
being bent over sucks.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. How'd you even come up with the name? Because I love it. 360 Windows. Like, how'd you did you just randomly just pick that? Because it's a great name.
Thank you. Yeah, I spent like probably a week trying to figure out a name with the business partner I started with. We spent a ton of time trying to figure out what we wanted to name it. And we'd figure out a name, like, okay, cool, let's check it. Go check Instagram, we'd check the state licensing, and it would always be taken.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not huge on avoiding like names that are used in other states, but like I don't really want to have to compete with that for
yeah.
website space or Google space. I don't know much about SEO, but we just figured like just steer clear, use a name that's never been used. So finally after like 4 days of doing like we did like three different brackets, name brackets, and we'd like narrow them all the way down what we liked. Then we get to the end and it would be used. We did it like 3 or 4 times. Finally we I'm a big skier. Like I said, I was a ski bum before I started window cleaning. So we just started naming up ski tricks. I'm like 360. I'm like, actually 360 would be cool. And then my partner's mom actually came in. She's like, you guys should do the three and then spell out 63 and then SIXTY. So like the three and the S are kind of, it's like almost, it's just satisfying to the eye a little bit, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't know why, but like when I first saw, I'm like, man, that name is awesome. Like it just stood out. I'm like, my my name, Clean Bee Pro, man. We actually started as a house cleaning company originally, and that's why uh I have. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably have something with window cleaner, exterior cleaning for SEO purposes. But I'm committed by now. I can't
I like
change.
it. Yeah, everybody's got Cleaning Bee Pro business cards in their wallets now. You can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know. I just got the digital business card. We'll see how well that is. I mean,
Is
the one
you
that
said a dot?
yeah, yep.
I had a dot digital card and I had a really hard time with it. I'd be curious to know. Have
Yeah,
you looked
I just got it, man. So if it's not good, I'll just go back to my original.
I'd be curious to try like Popple and a few of the other
Yeah,
ones that are out there. I don't know how their technology works. And maybe I had the one that like went on the back of your phone case.
yeah,
Maybe that just that technology or that software that Dot has isn't the best. I would be curious to try like one of their business cards that you can
yeah.
tap. Um, yeah, I'm curious to see how you like it. It's been a year since I've tried it, so maybe their
Um,
technology's come a ways.
what you know, for someone listening to this, either they're brand new in the home service business, they're going to launch a business, or they've been in business and they're just frustrated. As you know, lead gen, it is the hardest thing, right, for every business. If you don't have a steady flow of leads, good luck. What
Yep.
any last words, tip, or motivation to give someone who that's watching that's like, man, I might just give up. This is too difficult.
Um, that's a good question. Uh, this isn't going to be my one, but what I would say is keep going because um, for the first year and a half, I was just grinding, and I really, like I said, ski bum, fly fishing guide. I wasn't coming from some corporate job that I could go back to if things didn't work out. I mean, I probably could figure something out, but like I had to make it work, and it took me a while to make it work, and then finally, I think like my second spring going in or third spring going in, things just clicked, and after that, it was, I mean, always a dogfight, but it just seems like that first year and a half of business is the hardest, and if you can get through that, then you'll be fine. But it's so uh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very unmotivating when you get all hyped to start a business and then you go into it and you're like you're doing 3 jobs a week for 6 months straight. It's like it's really not much. It's beer money at the end of the week, and that's all it's doing for you. Um, I think a lot of companies will off themselves though by just giving up too early. I think that it takes time to develop you know, a business that is retaining customers, getting referrals. It's just put in the time. Everybody's got to give their time. If you're going to give 6 months, then it's not going to happen in 6 months. People can make it happen. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. So my first one would be stick with it, and the second one, people would probably be able to guess it after our conversation. But take care of your customers because those are the people. Like when my lead gen starts getting slow or referrals are slowing down, it's the customers that I already have that are keeping me floating. And if I wouldn't have taken care of them, they wouldn't be coming back to me. So, and I don't. There's different types of businesses. I mean, you can either run high quality, high cost, or bang for your buck. And I don't think there's a problem. There's a right or wrong with either of them. But whatever you do, you got to dive in and go at it. So if you're gonna run bang for your buck, then give them a good deal, but don't spend your time getting the window 100% clean. Get it 80% clean where they're going to be happy with and probably would expect with your cheap pricing, or go pricey and take just, I mean, treat them like your parents.
Yeah. No,
Let
no,
it-
that's really good advice, man. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Jeremiah, and we'll definitely be talking soon. And thanks for your time and all that advice. And I think, you know, take care of your customers. That's to me, that's what the biggest thing I learned because when you take care of them, it's just so much easier for everything.
Yeah, they'll be your salesman. If you can keep them happy, you don't even have to do sales. They'll tell their friends and family for you.
Oh yeah.
So,
No, absolutely. But all right, man. Well, you have a wonderful night.
okay, take care. It was a pleasure talking to you.
All right, man. You too.